Hello, welcome to the Weekend WindUp. My name is Mara, and this is Mindfully Crocheted. Here at the Weekend WindUp, we weave in some ends, we wind up some yarn, we chat with our friends. Hello, friends. Tonight, I'm actually going to be teaching you how to make my new hat called Divinely Inspired, and I have it here in front of me, and so I'm very excited to share it with you. And I hope that some of you tonight will join in on the kind of like a crochet along. So if you can join in, that would be super awesome. If not, I do appreciate you being here and watching anyway. I'm going to come up to the top of the chat and say hello to everybody before we get started, but I do want to get going right away. And I know that Mishi is still kind of wrapping up, but it would be really great if we can get through the entire tutorial tonight and not go too much past 2 hours. So anyway, hello to Dawn Fredlin. Good to see you. And Sunflower, hello. Samantha Stewart is here and over at Mishi. So hopefully she is seeing my hello. Okay, hello, Susan Burke. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Hey there, Krista. Hello. And Mariana. Hello. Good to see you. Samantha is saying hi to everybody. Thank you so much. There's Suzanne Goulet. Hello. Ms. Monica is here. She says she will be back or in the back observing silently. Well, that's great. The silent observers are welcome. And hello to Dreamy. Hey, girl, hey. Let me play this for you. If I can find it. Gotta scroll up.
Hey, girl, hey.
And Suzanne says, probably mainly observing. I've got something to do on my computer before bed. And there's Ivy. Hello, Ivy. It's so good to see you. Hello. And Carl Ann is here. And Lacey Lavender. Hello. We've got Tie-Dye and Dawn up. She's got to take the puppies on a station break. And there is Janet Dixon. Hello to everybody who is, in transition from Mishi's. I really appreciate it. And hello there, Laura. Good to see you. Tank is me. Hello. She says, Mishi Raid. Good to see you too. Thank you so much. And Dawn is saying hello to Ivy. And Janet says that she is going to be listening and observing while knitting. And there's Leslie's Crochet Corner. Hello. And Tank says, I will be listening and working in the background. Awesome. All right. Well, I've caught up on most of my hellos. There's Sunflower again. Hello, Sunflower. And Emily. Hello. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay. And people greeting one another. Hello to Maisie. Hello. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is show you the hat, and I'm going to let you guys know. So it started out the divinely inspired. And hello, Jen Reeves. Good to see you. The divinely inspired beanie is, you know what? And I meant to have some divine hats nearby, but I don't. The divine hat is probably the hat that I have made the most. I think I have made 50 plus divine hats. Oh, Sunflower says I'm recovering from hand surgery. Oh my. Hello, Mona. Good to see you. So I've made so many of those hats, and it is kind of an open weave, the divine hat. And so I wanted to make a similar style hat that was a little bit more closed weave. And so while I was at the beach last weekend, I used some I Love This yarn. I love how everybody's greeting everybody. I Love This yarn in this beautiful colorway, which I thought that I had the ball band for that nearby, but It's essentially the same as this. I love this yarn. I just don't have the color name. Anyway, but it's a beautiful colorway. So I made this, and that this is what we will be learning tonight. Hello, Arrow Lover Margie. Hello, Sally. Hey, Mishi, thanks for coming in, and thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. And so anyway, if you want to join me tonight in making this hat, you just need to have some 4-weight yarn, a skein of yarn or a cake of yarn. You probably need a couple 100 yards of yarn. Hello, Lois and Mimi. Hello. It's your sleep time. Good night, Mimi. Okay. It's crochet. This is crochet. So you will need your 4-weight yarn. You'll need a couple of crochet hook sizes. Now for the main body of the hat, I'm recommending an I or even a J if you want it to be a little bit bigger. I have kind of an average sized head. Hey, MDL Michael, Terry Crafty saying hello, and Tina Lanu. Shoot, I already forgot how to pronounce your last name. Oh, yes. And people are saying good night to Mimi and anybody else that is silently observing. Thank you so much for being here and observing in the background. All right. So you'll need for the main body of the hat an I or a J. Like I said, if you do use a J, oh, look at that. Sally's already got an inspired artisan double wheel entry. Congratulations. I have starred that message so that I can find it later and add you to the wheel. And thank you so much, Mishi, for gifting 5 memberships. Congratulations to Emily. Welcome back. Suzanne, welcome back. Sally, oh wait, the Naked Snail Demetra, welcome back. Coley, welcome. And welcome back, actually. And Jackie Beschler, congratulations. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Mishi. Let me play this for you. Thank you so much for gifting memberships. Okay, and welcome back to all the members. All right. Hello to Chris. I love how he says hi to Ivy, hunk of moon pies. Yes, and Sandrine is saying welcome to the new members. All right. Hey, Fiber Jazz Rebecca. Oh, and Rebecca says that she received the hank of the Yarny Social Have a Some yarn. Oh, I'm so glad you got that. It arrived. I hope you enjoy making something beautiful with it. Okay, and Kim G, hello. Anyway, I'm going to inspired by all your friends. That's great. So I'm going to scroll down. Oh, and it looks like Arrow Lover Margie got a wheel entry. And so I have starred the message to add you to the wheel. Okay, so you'll need your eye hook. Also, you will, when we get to the brim, you will need a smaller hook. So I am recommending 1 to 2 sizes smaller for the brim. And you guys can see, now of course it's going to look a little funky with my glasses, but because the glasses get in the way, but it's a pretty fitted beanie. So if you want it to be more loose, then you'll use your bigger hook. But I like to go down so that it's nice and snug around my my forehead and around to the back. Okay, so again, this is the original one. I spent today Well, yesterday I made another one and I wrote the pattern all out. And so I have it here in a solid blue. I still have like the last row to do, which we will talk about. And then so I wrote it all down, tweaked it a little bit from this original version. And then today I got this tutorial all set up so that each row I'm going to display on screen. And I made it in this colorway here. So, okay, so this one was made with the I Can't Believe It's Not yarn. This also was I Can't Believe It's Not yarn. This is the yarn that one of the yarns that I used in making a blanket for the Luck of the Draw 11. Anyway, so this is a pretty shade of blue from I love this yarn. Okay, and then this one that I used and made today, I made it with Feels Like Butter. And these are all 4-weight yarns. So Feels Like Butter, and so that is what the final finished product came out to be. So, all right, let me scroll down and let me take this off the screen. I'm going to keep scrolling down. And then we're going to get started. So if you're going to join me, have your yarn, have your larger size hook ready. And then once I get down to the bottom of the chat, hello, Diane Major, then we're going to get started because this is going to take some time. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for the super sticker. Let me play this for you. And Sandrine says, don't forget the thumbs up for our hostess with the mostest. Thank you so much. So cute. And I love everybody's greeting each other, and members are taking advantage of the inspired quotes. Oh, you guys, I'm also doing a, for people who want to type in yogi, you can type in yogi, and that is the quote of the night. It'll show up all in caps. The little yogi quote that was on my tee tonight is, without the storms and rain, life would cease to be. And so if you type in yogi and you get that, you will be added to the November monthly wheel. Okay. And make sure. Hello to Mima D. Dawn, good to see you. She says, hello, all you beautiful people. And Mariana, thank you so much for the super chat. All super chats, super stickers, gifted memberships, new members will all go on the November monthly wheel. I really do appreciate it. You will get one entry for every 99 cents or more. Okay, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. Let me play this for you, Mariana. I appreciate you. Okay, and hello again, Samantha. Welcome back, or welcome. And Laura, I saw that you received a double wheel entry. Now, moderators that are not members, your entries will go on the monthly wheel, but congratulations, you got a double wheel entry. Nightbot is going to be generous tonight, and that's great because I want to get the numbers up on the monthly wheel, so it'll be awesome. Okay, scrolling down. Oh, and Chris says that the hat kind of matches the shawl behind. Yes, it does kind of fit in the same family. I love this cotton, so it's Hobby Lobby as well. That's a good point. They're my colors, obviously. Okay. Every time I take on or put on and then take off the hat, my hair is just a mess. Okay. Mishi says, I like it with the solid yarn. It's hard to see the stitches in the busy yarn. Oh, I know for sure. And I'm going to I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller, and I'm adding the hat to the stage. I'm going to make swap to this layout. No, not that layout. Where is my crochet with me layout? Okay, there we go. Now we'll swap it. Okay, so there is the hat. And I just was going to put this one here so you guys can get a general idea of what it looks like. And then, so this one again was made with the Feels Like Butter, which this skein was a new skein, and it has 218 yards. You can see there's still quite a bit. You will not need even 200 yards for your hat tonight. Okay. Samantha says, any tips for me not having hand pain from crocheting? Ooh, well, make sure that, you know, you can, you know what, if you're not already, be using like an ergonomic or like a larger handled crochet hook and use something light. Because maybe if you are holding a small, you know, metal hook or something, I'm not sure, but give your hands rest, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. Rebecca says she likes the yarn. It's so soft. Yeah, the Feels Like Butter it really does, in my opinion. It does feel like butter. Mishi says, inspired to go eat some candy. Cute. Okay. All right. And Susan says, everyone, please hit the thumbs up for Mara. Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, and Mishi says that she made a sweater out of it. It's so soft. I was a little bummed because there was one knot in, but it was fine. I just kind of cut it because I didn't want to worry about there being a knot. Okay. Scrolling down. Hey, Rebecca McCauley. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, I'll have to rewatch to get the pattern. You have an errand to run real quick. Okay, Tracy, no worries. All right. I'm scrolling down. Oh, congratulations. I see Margie got a double wheel entry. So I'll have to go back and check. But I'm just going to star all the wheel entries, and then just know that your maximum on the Inspired Artisans Lucky Wheel, the maximum is 3 entries, okay? Per member, per live. And then on the Yogi, you can get 2 entries, okay? All right, Ivy B's been a member for 20 months. Thank you so much, Ivy. I appreciate that. And let me play this member milestone for you and anyone else that might have a member milestone. Yes, okay. Just scrolling down. If I miss saying hello to anybody, I apologize. I just want to make sure that I don't miss any of the wheel entries. And then we are going to get going. All right. In fact, what I'm going to do is just get you guys started. I will be making my hat in Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. And there's 344 yards. I could probably make just about 2 hats out of this. It is a 4-weight, 100% acrylic. The colorway is Chi, and it's got beautiful shades of purple, lavender, magenta. All right, and so that's what I'm going to be using tonight. Oh gosh, yeah, okay. I was trying to make it not get bunched up again because I pulled out the center and it made kind of a mess. All right, I'm going to put on the first thing. I know it's going to be kind of cutting me off, but that's okay. I want you guys to be able to see the work happening and have the pattern. So the Divinely Inspired Hat, round 1, we're going to be making a magic ring and putting in 15 double crochets into the magic ring. Ah, okay. Samantha says she uses dots hooks. Well, gosh, yeah. As long as you're not like gripping it too tight, hopefully you're relaxing your arms or your hands, and that can help. And then also, you know, try to do some hand massages and stretches. Hello, Noe. Yes, Jen, I did get your email, and thank you for sending it so promptly. Right. Okay. All right. I don't know how far behind I am here. Only less than 2 minutes, so let me try to catch up. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you. And Ms. Monica, she typed in funny. Dots hooks, and those are ergonomic hooks. Yeah, Samantha, I'm not sure. You just are going to have to rest. Like if your hands get overworked, they just need rest. So I am using Clover hooks, Clover Amour. Again, I'll be starting with my eye hook for the hat. Yeah, it's gorgeous yarn. Thank you. Okay, I feel like I'm getting close. And hello, Mama Riz. Good to see you. Demetra, hello. Okay. All right. I think I am basically caught up. How do you crochet and not get pain? Just sometimes you do. All right. So when I make a magic ring, I start with the tail here, wrap it around and cross it over my fingers. Put my hook under, pull it up. Now, of course, if you don't like doing the magic ring, that didn't work. This is making me think of Dee from Dee's Creative Hands. Yeah, Chris says, try to relax when you crochet. Okay. Ugh, could not get that through. Okay. So you get your magic ring. Usually what I do is I chain 1 just to give a little bit of height, and then I do normal double crochets for each of the 15 double crochets. All right, I am going to use a stitch marker. I won't be using a stitch marker all for the whole thing, but just to get myself started. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Like no matter what I do, this ball of yarn that I pulled out of the center wants to get tangled up. Kind of tighten it down a little bit. Okay. I will double check. I also forgot to show this is round 1. Okay, I'm going to go back up because the chat was kind of jumping. Hmm. Was it all in caps? Because I didn't see it. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Kim, if you could send me a screenshot, if you got the quote, that would be great. You can email it or send it via yeah, email would be fine. Because I am not seeing it. Okay, so okay, thank you, Tank. I appreciate it. That sounds great. Okay, so I'm going to double check that I have 15 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15. Great. So I'm going to tighten that center a little bit by pulling that tail. And I won't tighten it all the way down. I'll go back and weave it in later. Okay, now I'm going to take out. For the first round, you're going to just join with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Okay. All right, let me pull up round 2. All right, so round 2, we're going, oh, let me do my little click. Okay, round 2. We're going to chain 1 because I usually just start out with a chain 1. Later, we will be doing a chain 2 when we get to the brim. Okay, and I know my face is covered. I wish I could move it up to the top, but I can't right now. All right. Then we're going to yarn over and do a front post double crochet right back around the very first double crochet. Okay, I like to tug it up a little bit, give it a little bit of height. Okay, and now we're just going to do a front post double crochet around all 15 of the double crochets from the previous round. A second. Let me move myself up here. Here we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now you guys can see me. My face won't be cut off. All right, how's that? Okay, So yarn over, we're going to do front post double crochet around all 15. So a front post double crochet, if anybody needs to know, you yarn over and you go around the post of the stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and complete the double crochet. Okay, yarn over, go around the post, yarn over, kind of tug it up a little bit, and complete the double crochet. Oh, did Sally get one? Yes, okay, I see it. Congratulations, Sally. Okay. That one I did see. And so I've got that starred for later. Okay. All right. Kim G before Sally got another one. Okay, I got it. I got that one. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Good night, Samantha. Thanks for coming. I hope your hand feels better. Okay. I can't wait to get through this purple because I have straightened it out multiple times. Hold up. All right. Okay. I'm going to just double check that I have 15 front post double crochets. Okay, and Janet, congratulations on your double wheel entry. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15. Okay, so then when I join with the slip stitch, I'm going to be joining it from here on out until I get to the brim around the post of the first front post double crochet. Okay, and so there we are, round 2. Now we are going to move on. Sorry, I'm just gonna trying to get my quotes to my chat to stop moving a minute. Okay. All right, so round 3, we're going to chain 1 and front post double crochet right back down into that same front post double crochet. Tug it up a little bit and complete the front post double crochet. Now we're going to put a double crochet right in the space before the next double crochet. So the space that's created between the stitches, we'll be putting a regular double crochet in each one around there. And so now we just continue that around, doing a front post double crochet and a regular double crochet in between. At the end of this, we should have 15 front post double crochet and 15 regular double crochet for a total of 30. Okay. Scrolling down. Okay. All right. Oh no, you guys, I need to move this. I'm using the wrong crochet hook. Okay, I got rid of my G hook, going back to the I hook. You guys didn't even catch that. Hello, Karen. And I'm going to go back and check my work after I finish the round to make sure I have the correct number of front post double crochets and the correct number of double crochets. Especially with the distraction of trying to watch chat and crochet at the same time. It's a good idea after each round to go back and check your work. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. So I did the correct number. 15 front post double crochets with a regular double crochet in between. I can try to pull the hole closed a little bit more to seal up that hole. Okay, that is round 3. For round 4, it's basically a repeat of round 3 with just a slight difference. Okay, let me go to my banners and we are going to turn on round 4. Okay. There is going to be like a second part of this, but we're going to chain 1. Okay, well, first we're going to join with a slip stitch of round 3 to the first front post double crochet, chain 1, and then go right back and do a front post double crochet on that same stitch. Okay. Now we're going to do just 1 double crochet in between. That's going to go before the double crochet from the previous round. Then we're going to kind of skip over it and do another front post double crochet. So you're going to front post double crochet on each front post double crochet, and then you're going to do a regular double crochet in the space right after, in front of the regular double crochet. And you're still going to have 30 when you get to the end. Yee. How can it possibly get knotted? Just don't get it. We're so close. And then I shouldn't have to worry about this yarn barf anymore. Is anyone trying to make this along with me? Whew, so close. Oh, that's great, Dawn. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting close. Oh, good, Mariana. I'm glad to hear it. You're going to bookmark it for the future? Awesome. Fiber Jazz Rebecca says, I am working on a blanket. That's great. Okay, I should now have 30 stitches. Before I slip stitch, I'm going to go and count them again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 28, and 30. 15 front post double crochets with a regular double crochet in between. Good night, Tank. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch again around the post of the first front post double crochet. I like the way it just makes it look so seamless that in the end, when I'm done, you can't see where the join was. Jen Reeves is working on a blanket as well. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going on to round 5. Let me switch banners. Oh, I forgot to show you. So you join with a slip stitch around the post. That was the completion of the round. The banners only have a limited number of 200 characters, and so a lot of my instructions started to exceed the number of characters. So anyway, 15 front post double crochet, 15 regular double crochet for a total of 30. Okay, round 5. Okay. Hello, little Carrie. Just popping in to leave your thumb. Thank you for doing so. Okay. Okay. Chain 1, front post double crochet right back into the same front post double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets. This is an increase row. So do 2 double crochets right in the space between the front post double crochet and the first regular double crochet. I am making the divinely inspired hat. Okay, so we're going to put 2 double crochets there. Now we're going to just move on to the next front post double crochet and put a front post double crochet there, and then 2 double crochets in the space right after. We're going to repeat that all the way around. This will increase our total to 45. Oh. Let me redo that one. This is really thick yarn. It's very puffy for. Yes, this is my pattern. It is, again, inspired by the Divine Hat, but there you will see the first few rounds start out like very similar, start out basically the same, but then it's going to change right now on the next round. Okay. We've got, some basic increases here. So front post double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the space right after the front post double crochet. Okay. So we're repeating that around, and then, yeah, I'm going to leave that up. Where do polar bears keep their money? In a snowbank. It's cute. Okay, I'm going to try to pick up my speed a little bit here. Okay, 1 more front post double crochet and 2 more regular double crochets. I should have a total of 45 stitches. Let me swap my, hello, Sandra, good to see you. So for the completion of round 5, I will be joining with a slip stitch to the post of the first front post double crochet. There will be 15 front post double crochets, 30 regular double crochets, for a total of 45. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, and 45. Okay. So now I will join with my slip stitch to the post of the front post double crochet, and we will move to round 6. Okay. For round 6, we are now going to do another chain 1 and front post double crochet right around that same front post double crochet. For our 2 double crochets, we're going to go in between the 2 double crochets we made in round 5. Yes, satisfying, click. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go in between there and put our 2 double crochets. Essentially, these 2 double crochets from the previous round made like a little V, twins in a stitch, I guess, if you want to quote one. And so we're going to go between the twins. All right. So we're going to do a front post double crochet and then 2 double crochets in between the previous 2 double crochets. Are you guys able to see that with this purple yarn? I can also show you here on the other hat. Two double crochets, and the other 2 double crochets go right in between. Okay. Put this down here. Okay. Inspired by a new hat. Okay. All right. So front post double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in between the previous 2 double crochets. Do that around. You will still have 15 front post double crochets and 30 regular double crochets for a total of 45 stitches. Okay, front post double crochet, 2 double crochets, front post double crochet, 2 double crochets, front post, 2 double crochets. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. Sally says, inspired to crochet this hat. Front post double crochet. Oh, is Kim leaving? Good night, Kim. She says, good night, my friends. Sandra says, oh, I must make this. Oh, yeah, you must. You're a fast crocheter. You could probably catch up. All right. Front post double crochet and then 2 double crochets. Ah, Lois, congratulations. Inspired Artisan, lucky double wheel entry. Everybody saying good night to Kim. You're watching my progress. Okay. All right. Front post double crochet and then 2 more double crochets. We'll basically finish this round. I am going to double check to make sure I didn't miss any stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and I put them in the right spot. Okay. All right, so we're done with round 6. Going to do a slip stitch around the post of the first double crochet of the round. Going to move on to round 7. Oh, I forgot to put the second part up. You join with the slip stitch. So we do have 45 total stitches. All right, now we are on round 7. Whoop, great, just dropped my satisfying clicker. Oh, I know why it is so warm in here, because the heat came on. I'm gonna have to open up the window. All right, give me just a second while I grab my, it fell out of reach of my foot, so I will be right back. Okay, round 7. Okay, round 7 is another increase round. We are going to chain 1, front post double crochet in the same front post double crochet. Then we are going to do 2 double crochet in between the 2 double crochets from the previous round. Hold on a second. Oh, no. First, we're going to double crochet in the space right after the front post. And then we're going to put 2 double crochets in between the 2 double crochets from the previous round. Okay, do you see we've got our front post double crochet, a regular double crochet in the space, and then 2 double crochets in between. It's kind of creating like a little row of V's. Okay. Hello, Tracy. Okay, so then we're going to skip over to the next front post double crochet, do the increase double crochet right after it, and then 2 double crochets in between the 2 double crochets from the previous round, and we will repeat that all the way around. 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in between the 2 from the previous round. Front post. Jen Reeves back too. Hello. Regular double crochet in the space right next to it. 2 double crochets between the previous round 2 double crochets. At the end of this round, we will have 15 front post double crochets. As always, each will have 15 front post double crochets. But then we will have 45 regular double crochets. So we are increasing from 45 to 60 this round. Okay, front post double crochet in the space right after, 2 double crochets in between the previous rounds double crochets. Okay. Front post, double crochet, and then 2 between the previous rounds double crochets. Jen Reeves, congratulations. Double wheel entry. Woo! Okay, I've got that message starred. Okay, 2 double crochets. Front post double crochet. You looked away and you missed it. Well, I missed it too, but thankfully you got congratulated, and so I went back and saw it. So yes, if you guys definitely see it, say congratulations a couple times until I acknowledge it. It's hard for me to read chat and crochet and try to teach you guys how to do this. So hopefully I'm doing all right. Okay. Whoops. Front post double crochet, regular double crochet right after, and then 2 in between the 2 from the previous round. Okay. Okay, we are wrapping up this round. I am going to do a quick double check to make sure I got 3 regular double crochets and a front post all the way around. I'll have a total of 60 stitches. It becomes easier to check, and I know how many it is. So as long as I've got my 1 here and 2 here, then I'm good. It's all looking good. Okay. So now that completes our increase round 7. I'm going to join with a slip stitch. Hold on a second. Join with a slip stitch around the post of the first front post double crochet, and that again is a total of 60 stitches. Now we can move to round 8. Okay. All right. So when we do this one, we're going to start out inspired by an easy pattern. Did I get Lois's before Jen's? Yes, I think I did. Let me double check my starred messages. Yes, I got Lois. She got a double wheel entry, and then Jen also got a double wheel entry. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to chain 1, front post double crochet around that first front post double crochet. And now for this round, I'm going to do that the double crochet right after that double crochet from the previous round. So I'm going to go in there, and then I'm going to put 2 in between the 2 from the previous round. Okay, so I have a front post double crochet, a regular double crochet after that first double crochet here, and then the 2 in there. Okay, so then our repeat is going to be front post double crochet in the space between the first 2 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets between double crochet numbers 2 and 3. Okay, we're continuing that V all the way down. All right, so now we're going to do front post double crochet, front post double crochet between the first 2, and then 2 between the second one and third one. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, sorry, I'm just scrolling down to catch back up. All right, front post double crochet after the first double crochet, and then 2, we'll call it like a V, but the V doesn't have a chain space in it. All right, front post double crochet, and then 2 double crochet. So we are keeping the same total number of 60 stitches, 15 front post double crochets, and 45 regular double crochets. Front post, regular double, and then 2 in between. Front post, double between the first 2 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets between the second and third double crochets from the previous round. Row around 9 will basically be a repeat of round 8. If you're ahead of me. I am starring this video and saving so I can continue later, but you're still watching. Okay, Dawn. Front post double crochet between the first 2 double crochets, and then 2 between the second and third. Front post double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. We're coming around. 1 front post double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 more. Little Carrie says, inspired to make this hat. Okay, 1 more front post double crochet in between the first 2, and then 2 between the second and third. I am going to double check my work, make sure I've got everything in the right spot. Front post. As I check every round, I just pray. I'm like, please don't let me have made a mistake. Okay, so it looks good. All right. I've got the same number of stitches. Round 9 is technically a repeat of round 8. Okay. We're going to first slip stitch round 8, chain 1. Okay, here we go, round 9. Now I'm going to skip over and put 1 in that space between the first 2 and then 2 in that little V from the previous round. Okay, you can see the V in each round before. All right, front post double crochet, double crochet, 2 double crochets. Okay, this is the repeat all the way around. Just doing a quick double check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thankfully, my chat has slowed down a little bit, so I'm not getting behind. Okay, double crochet and then 2 double crochets. This is again just like round 8. Front post double crochet between those first 2, and then 2 double crochets between that little 2 double crochet V. And we keep going. Inspired by football. Okay, front post. Good night, Nishi. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to play a good night to Mishi and anybody else that may be going to do other things. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Inspired to get a good night's rest. Yeah. I hope you do. Oh, you all, I forgot my tea. I've got it in this gorgeous cobalt and light teal mug. Oh. I read my quote from it, but then totally forgot to drink it. It's cold now, but it still tastes really good. Oh, you like the size and the color, Dawn? Thank you. It is beautiful. I think I actually found it either at a garage sale, which is, I mean, it was hand done, and it's got that little slot in there. You can, stick your hand in. It's just bright. It's perfect size. It's a little heavy because it's a heavy ceramic mug, but I love it. Yes, and if you happen to see the links dropping for Sandra, Little Carrie, Jetton, so the Scandalous Creations, Jetton, and also Sanita, please make sure you go over and check them out and pick them up. They are my MKS2 teammates. And if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, please do so. That would be awesome. Okay, front post double crochet in between the first 2 double crochets from the previous round, and then 2 double crochets in between the second and third double crochets from the previous round. We got a ways to go, I guess. No, actually, I have a small problem here. That's okay. I'm not going to pull it out because we don't have time for that, but I think I forgot to do my first front post double crochet in the round. That was not smart of me. So I'm going to end with the front post and just kind of try to correct it. But I should have started with the front post. Okay, because now, oh shoot. All right. I do not want to redo this whole round. So we're just going to, no, we can't. We have to attach it to something. All right, y'all. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to have to do some quick catching up. Whoops, because I messed up on round 9. Okay. I did my chain 1, but I forgot to do my front post double crochet. So now, all right, let's do some speed crochet. You know what? Sometimes you have to pull it out. Remember, I've even got mindfulness quotes regarding that. Sometimes you have to start over. Unravel and start. Well, we're not starting over. We're just starting that round over. Now I just need to make sure I don't make another mistake in my rush to catch back up. So this is still round 9, a redo. I'm doing the front post double crochet between those, and 2. When I forget a post, I drop down a row and make a long stitch. Well, too late. You'll have to teach me that. Yeah, a long stitch. That probably would have been a good idea, right? But it's like a front post double crochet, so I'm not sure how to do that. Fortunately, it's just what, 60 stitches, so no big deal. Okay, this is looking good. All right. That's so true, Dawn. It's what happens when you talk about your tea mug. Got to put the double crochet in the right spot. Okay. Inspired by coffee, says Tracy. Oh, I've got a snag. I'll just try to hide it later. Okay, I'm back at the beginning. All right. I will slip stitch to the post of the first front post real double crochet. All right, and I'm just going to take a quick peek. I'm pretty sure I was kept watching myself as I went, but making sure that I have 3 regular double crochets and 1 front post in each of the front posts. Okay, so that was our 3rd round of 3. So now we're coming up on another increase round. You're driving part of your blanket now. Driving part? Okay, let me come down here. Round 10. All right, we're going to chain 1, front post, double crochet back in that first front post, double crochet. Okay, and then now we're going to double crochet in the space after the first stitch like we did last round. And now we're going to put our 2 double crochets in that little V from the previous round. And then we're going to add another double crochet after that. So we have a front post, a double crochet, 2 here, and then 1 more here. Okay. And then we're going to repeat that around. Oops, I've got a knot. Okay, it's out. Good night, Carol. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Okay, so front post double crochet, a regular double crochet in between the first 2 double crochets from the previous round, 2 double crochets between the next, and then 1 more before the next front post double crochet. Sorry. All right, front post double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2, and then 1 more. Okay, keep repeating. In the end, you'll have 15 front post double crochets, like always, and a total of 60 regular double crochets for a total of 75 stitches in the round. And I will be showing that on the final round 10 continued. Oop. Double crochet. Okay, 4. Nope, I messed up. Ay. Okay. 1 more double crochet, front post double crochet. I'm going to have to focus here. I won't be able to look at the chat. 2, a little bit splitty, and then 4. Okay. Front post double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We have an increase of 15 from the previous round. 1, 2, 3. Sally Stevens, good night. And 4. Front post. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Front post. Then 1 double crochet, 2 and 3 in here, and 4. Front post double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and 4. Front post double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and 4. Ooh, inspired by love. That's nice. I like that. Mindfulness is the key to inner calm and clarity. Okay, I'm getting close to the beginning of the round, or the end of the round. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and then 1. It is called Divinely Inspired, Susan. And it was inspired by the Divine Hat, which was made by Sarah Arnold. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. My hair's, there we go. All right, so I'm back at the beginning of the round. I'm going to do a quick check. I was counting that time as I went, but there should be a front post double crochet. In between the front post double crochets, there should be a total of 4 regular double crochets. Yeah, all right, good. Oh, there we go. Congratulations, Tracy. Okay, let me, to complete round 10, we are going to join with a slip stitch to that first front post double crochet. Okay, round 11. You didn't even see it. Oh, I'd like to make one, but I haven't been, but you've been working on a sweater right now. Well, that's nice, Susan. Okay, chain 1, front post double crochet in the first front post double crochet. Okay. Now we're going to basically repeat this. This is basically a repeat of round 10. So we're going to double crochet in that first space again, 2 double crochets in that little V. Okay. Then we're going to do our double crochet right there in before the last double crochet from the previous round. Okay, so it looks like the 4 double crochets are pretty close to each other. Okay, the space before the V, 2 in the V, and then 1 right after the V. Okay, and we're going to repeat that by doing a front post double crochet, double crochet in between those first 2 double crochets. Good night, tie-dye and Dawn. And then 1 more right after. Repeat that around. We will have basically 75 stitches for the remainder of the hat. This is our last increase. I mean, that we've had our last increase. There is no increase this round. I don't mean to confuse you or me. Okay, front post double crochet, 1 double crochet here, 2 here, and then 1 more in between the 3rd and 4th double crochets from the previous round. Ooh, the color's changing again of our yarn. Yes, good night, tie-dye and Dawn. Okay, I just am kind of going along in my head here. When I get it done, I know the colors are so, I just love Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. Oh, it's some of my favorite yarn to use just because the colorways are so pretty. All right, front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets in the proper spot. We don't have any more increases, but in the next round, we have a change in the pattern. Okay, and we are getting close to the end of this round. I'm really bothered by the snag, but I have to try not to focus on it. Okay. Just going to raise this up a little bit more. All right. Ooh, Tracy, looks like you've reached your limit. Congratulations. All right. And I see that you got another entry there. So congratulations. You have maxed out. Okay. So we continued around, and then we're now going to join with a slip stitch to the first front post double crochet. Okay. And we are ready for round 12. Okay. Okay, let me just make sure. All right. Okay, round 12, we're going to chain 1 and then front post double crochet right back in there. I feel like I didn't grab the post properly. It's just it's a thick one. Okay. And then we're going to come over to our V, our little V stitch, and we're going to make all 4 of those double crochets into the V. Okay, and then we'll go right to the next front post double crochet. Okay, so front post double crochet, 4 double crochets in the little V from the previous round. So we skipped over 2, put 4 double crochets in, skip the next 2, and do your next front post double crochet. So let me click on the repeat. Whoop. Okay. Oh yeah, that actually has the whole repeat on it. All right, great. Okay, so now we're going to skip over to the V, put 4 double crochets in there. At the end of this round, we will still have a total of 75 stitches. Okay. Okay, front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets in that little V from the previous round. You guys doing okay? This one is pretty easy. Front post double crochet, and then all 4 double crochets go in the same space, which is effectively the middle between the 2 front post double crochets. Hello, Manuela. How are you? Sometimes it feels like a stretch to get to that little V from the previous round, but it's fine. It'll kind of come together a little bit once you do all 4 of them, and then your next front post double crochet. I'm doing well. Inspired by front posts, are you, Lois? There's a lot of front post double crochets in this pattern. But I do like post stitches. All right, front post double crochet in the next front post double crochet, and 4 double crochets in the 2 double crochet V from the previous round. Continue around until you get back to the beginning. Front post double crochet and 4 double crochets in that space between the 2 double crochet V from the previous round. What this is actually doing is kind of bringing it together, and it's starting to become a hat. Instead of like a doily, it's now just the crown of the hat is done, and we're going to start making the, it's going to be more like a hat. Okay, front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets in that last V from the previous round. Okay, now I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first front post double crochet. Okay, I'm going to kind of show you what it looks like folded in half. I'm pretty sure I did 4 double crochets. At this point, it won't really matter because Lois says, oh, wait a second. Inspired by cupcakes. Oh, yeah. Ooh, inspired by chocolate cake. Yum. You were working on the diagonal cable by Bod, and it's all post. Okay, cool. Okay. So you can see, like in the Divine hat, the curve that is made is much bigger than the curve in this hat. I've spread it out a little bit so that it isn't as many gaps in the hat as the Divine hat has. And so anyway, I really like it. Let me do the top down version. You can see it kind of curve there, the curves of the hat. It's just a very slight swirl, not as dramatic as the Divine hat, but it's looking very pretty so far. Okay. So we're going to repeat around. We're going to join with a slip stitch, and of course the total should be the same. You should have 75 stitches. So now for the next 3 rounds, we're basically going to do, it's a little bit different. We're going to do round 13. I will pause though after each round and click for the next round. Okay, so round 13. Okay, going to chain 1, front post double crochet around the first, front post double crochet. Okay, but now we're going to put our 4 double crochets immediately following the front post double crochet in front of the 4 double crochets from the previous round. Okay, that's 3. We need 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to skip over into our next front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets in the space right after the front post double crochet. All right, front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets. We're going to do this for round 13, 14, and 15. Front post double crochet. And then 4 double crochets. Now this is essentially, these rows are like the Divine hat. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump my camera. I'm going to try to work through them quickly so that hopefully I don't go too much past my 2-hour mark. So as you're working up rounds 13, 14, and 15, just try to work quickly. These 3 rounds will basically finish up the main body of the hat. Okay, just don't make sure you work so quickly that you make mistakes. You have a doctor appointment tomorrow. Good night, Janet. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for those that are sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. And I know it's, 2 hours is we haven't really been working on this for 2 hours, but a 2-hour live and then working on this hat for an hour and a half or whatever. I know I appreciate you really sticking with me. If you came in after we got started and you haven't already left a thumbs up on the live, I would really appreciate it if you remember to do that. And feel free to even just let me know with an emoji that you're still here. If you do make this hat, I would love to see pictures of your finished work. You may email it to me at mindfullycrocheted@gmail.com. 8:52. I'm still here. Aw, thank you guys. Jen, Fiber Jazz, Rebecca, Mariana. Okay. All right. I'm back at the beginning and I am slip stitching to the first front post double crochet, and now we will repeat this for round 14. Hello, Leslie. Thank you for still being here. Thank you, Dawn. Maisie, hello. Thank you guys for letting me know you're still here. I love that. Okay, and now we're going to go right in front of those 4 double crochets from the previous round. Okay, front post double crochet, and then 4 double crochets right after. And Laura, thank you for still being here. I appreciate that. Okay, front post double crochet and 4 double crochets right after. You know, I haven't been like putting this on my head. Okay, Mona, have a great live. I'll raid over after I finish. But thank you so much for hanging out. All right. Did I get 4? Yes. Usually at the end of some of these rounds after the last increase, I'll put it on my head and see if the size is correct. You know, it's what I want. And then especially once we get to the part where we're starting the brim, we want to be able to know that it's coming out big enough, or that it's not too big. I should have mentioned back, you know, after the first few rows, you know, you kind of put it on your head. You want to see how it's fitting. Laura, if you could type just it as one word, Raid Mona, RAIDMONA, all together, just Laura from Laura's Block Ministries. If you could do that, that would be great. And then that way people will have Mona's channel. So if you want to go over and say hey to Mona at Sifting Some Soil and More, that would be great. You can go support her at her live. She usually has friends over. Thank you. There we go. Join Mara in a mindful raid to Sifting Some Soil and More. All right, getting there. 1 front post double crochet and 4 regular double crochets in the space right after. This change that we've done in the pattern, putting all 4 of the double crochets, are starting to give it a little bit more of that swirl. Okay, I'm back at the beginning. Just going to do like a real quick check. Make sure I've got 4. All right. So this last repeat, I'm going to do my slip stitch, end the round. So round 15, we're going to repeat the same thing, chain 1. Oh, wait a second. I am going to pause real quick. I guess it doesn't make too much difference right now, but all right, just put it in on my head. And yeah, it's good. So I've got one more round. This actually does seem a little bit small, but that's okay. It can be for a smaller head, and I will be adding a little bit more. Let's see, to compare it with this one, it's actually turning out a little bit bigger than the other one. Below, you can see the crown. I've got it set up. Yeah, so this is actually going to turn out a little bit bigger than this one here. I want to try this one because I did make the divine hat with Sunita. Oh yeah, oh, Sunita made it too? All right. I know that she made some divine hats. I thought that she made it. Oh, yeah, she probably did it on one of her lives. Okay, so we're going to repeat that. But when we get to the end, we're not going to be slip stitching to the post. We're going to be just slip stitching at the end to the top of the front post double crochet. All right, so front post double crochet and 4 double crochets in the space right after, all the way around. All right, and so we do want to make sure we've got the proper number of stitches when we finish this round. I'm not saying you want to miss any in the previous ones, but you can hide those are not going to be as visible unless somebody's really looking for a missed double crochet. That's fine. A little bit of a funky. Yes, crochet is a tactile art form that awakens the senses and brings a sense of grounding and peace. I really do like that mindfulness quote. Okay, front post double crochet and 4 double crochets in the space after. Ooh, it's getting back to that pretty purple color that I started with. Okay, getting close to the end of the round. One more front post double crochet here and 4 double crochets. Okay, and so now instead of slip stitching to the post, we're going to slip stitch to the top of the double crochet. All right. Let me put this in here. Okay, let me swap. So this just basically says that's round 13. Okay, this one does say, you know, slip stitch around the post, but not for the last one. All right, so round 16. Okay, this is where we're going to change our hook to the smaller size hook. Okay, I'm going to put away my eye hook and I'm grabbing a G. If you like your hat to be a little looser, switch to an H hook. Okay, I'm going to use a 4mm G hook. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, and now we're just going to do yarn over, pull up a loop. I like to tug it up a little bit. I will put my stitch marker in here just so I don't miss it when I get back around. Okay, so each stitch, we should have a total of 75 stitches when we get to the end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, me too, Rebecca. I love this color. I'll probably just recount at the beginning, but maybe what I'll do in the meantime is say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I know each section should have 5 stitches, starting with a front post double crochet. 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, I believe my stitch count is working out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let me redo that one. The yarn was kind of splitting. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I will end with a slip stitch in the top of the first half double crochet. All right. So now you have half double crochets all around. I'm not going to go back and count because I feel pretty good. But I would tell you, make sure that you count after each round to make sure you know you've got the right stitches. Okay, for round 17, we are going to chain 1. Okay. Let me take out the stitch marker. For this round, we're going to do a single crochet in the 3rd loop of the half double crochet. So on the half double crochet, we're going to do, you've got your V on the top. You're going to turn it to look at the back. Let me get my, turn it. The first one is hard, but then it gets easier after that. There's a loop right behind it. You just want to put your hook through that loop and pull up a loop. I like to make it nice and loose, okay? And then finish your single crochet. I'm going to mark my first single crochet. Okay, again, you're going to turn it down so that that V is angled away from you. Go into that 3rd loop, okay, and do your single crochet. After this, it gets pretty easy. Okay. And that the top of those half double crochets kind of fold forward and they make a nice little line across. As you can see here, that's our half double crochets folded down right above the rest of the brim. Okay, So we're kind of doing a loose-ish single crochet in each of the third loops from the half double crochets of the previous round. Like I said, after that first one, it just wants to naturally start curving down. Okay, when you go around at the end of this round, you'll still have 75 total stitch count of 75 single crochets. About to knock that hat onto the floor. I think it creates a really nice look to have this added in. So after this round of single crochets, then we're basically going to be doing a front post, back post ribbing for 4 to 5 rows. So, and we're going to go right into back post double crochets, front post double crochets. So that first row of the ribbing or the brim will be around the post of your single crochets. Which is why I'm recommending doing kind of a loop, not a tight single crochet. I'm almost back at the beginning. I can feel my stitch marker in my hand. Okay, and I think that may have been the last one. All right, so now we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. All right. Okay, let me come over to my banners. For round 18, okay, we're going to loosely chain 2. That chain 2 is going to count as a back post double crochet from here and for the rest of the brim. Okay, so I'm going to kind of tug up that loop that was on my hook, and I'm going to do 2 chains. Okay, and now I'm going to go in and do a front post double crochet. Yeah, do a front post double crochet around the first single crochet of that previous round. And I'm going to mark that. Although for the first couple of rounds, we're going to, we'll be slip stitching around the post, but okay. So then we're going to do a back post double crochet and a front post double crochet. We're going to alternate back and forth around each stitch. Okay, we will end up, whoops, all right. So we will end up with a front post double crochet, and then when we slip stitch to the, oh, wait a second. Oh yeah, right, 18 to 22. All right. When we slip stitch to the first front post double crochet of this round, it's going to push that chain 2 to the back and make it look like a back post double crochet. And so then that will ultimately seem like a total of 76 stitches. We'll have 38 front post double crochets and 37 back post double crochets, plus the chain 2, and that will be 76. Good night, Rebecca. You have a great night. Oh, it's 9:18. It's my birthday. No, it's not really my birthday. I'm just saying the time is 9:18 and September 18th is my birthday. All right, so I'm just alternating front post, back post. After I complete this first round, I'm going to kind of move to the end. You guys will need to, that are working on it with me, you'll need to just kind of complete those rounds on your own. But I want to show you how we're going to finish up this hat, and then we're going to be wrapping it up for the night. So I really, once again, want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me and sticking with me through this process. Okay, we're just front post, back post. The reason why I didn't do like I stopped with the single crochet and then went right into the ribbing is because I really like how the ribbing will look like it starts right after that little ridge. You fell a bit behind. Oh, that's no problem. No problem, Mariana. It's easy to do. You sent a picture in my email. Whoop. Yeah. The first round, getting around all these little single crochets, goes a little bit slower than the rest of the rounds of the brim. Whoop. See, and then using the smaller hook, it's a little bit splitty, this yarn. Front post. Oh, your husband's birthday is this week. My twins' birthday is on Wednesday. My twins are going to be 24. This should look nice in either of the vortex you got. Oh, yeah. You're a December birthday, says Dawn. Yeah, my twins are November 19th. This dark color is a little bit of a challenge to see. Yeah. I know, I can't believe I'm going to have 24-year-olds. Or toward the middle of December, Dawn. So I have 4 more days of work at the school this week, and then we have Friday and then all of next week off. Okay, front post, back post. So I'm looking forward to a long break from the school, although I'll still be working at my second job. Thank you. They're actually both pretty excited about their birthday. Okay, I feel the stitch marker, which means I'm almost at the end of this round. Your mom's birthday is January 1st. Ah, so is Sunita. She's been gone for 3 years now. This last October. New Year's is bittersweet. Ah, I bet it is. Okay, front post, back post, and then one more front post around that last single crochet. Okay, and now I'm going to slip stitch around the post of the first front post double crochet, and then you can see, let me take out the stitch marker. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. I guess we've been doing the beanie for about 2 hours. Okay, so it pushes that chain 2 to the back, and then it looks like a back post double crochet. I'm going to put my stitch marker in. For the rest of the rounds, round 19, which we would be on next, okay, round 19, 20, 21, 22, you're going to want to be checking your beanie to make sure that it's getting there. So I would definitely still have about 3 more rounds. So like 19, 20, and 21, like I might take this one to round 21, and then I think it'll be big enough. It's getting there. You can really see. Isn't it gorgeous, this purple colorway? All right, and so what I want to show you is that you're going to keep going with your front post, back post for a few more rounds, okay? And then at the end, so I'm going to skip up to the next round, to the finishing round. Okay, so on the last, when you get to your last round of front post, back post, I'm going to bring out my blue beanie now, actually, here. When you get to the last round of your brim, instead of slip stitching around the post, instead of slip stitching here, you're going to slip stitch at the top of that last, or like to the front post double crochet of the first round. Okay, and now we can move on to the optional finishing round, which I call the imitation crab stitch. So that imitation crab stitch creates such a nice little finished border. Yeah, I love the row counter. I really love these. These are awesome. It just creates a nice finished border. It's really cute. Okay, get my hair here. Let's switch. So to do the imitation crab stitch, let me show you with my unfinished beanie. Now you can decide to do this optional round. I really like it, but again, you can end right there. Okay, so you're going to chain one, and then you're going to go right into that first front post double crochet as if you were going to do a single crochet. So go into there, and now for the imitation crab stitch, you're just going to turn your hook. You're going to twist your hook in a full 360. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through that loop. Okay, go into your next stitch like you're doing a double crochet, pull it up, do a 360, yarn over and pull through the loops. Okay, you'll repeat that in each of the 76 stitches around. Okay, I like to try to pull it up a little bit. Yeah, the crab stitch would, that one didn't want to go. The crab stitch normally goes in the opposite direction, but I was never able to do it really well. And I saw Crystal Bagoday, I think she was calling it the, like the faux crab stitch, but I thought it was kind of funny to call it imitation crab. Yeah, I really do like it as a nice finish on a beanie. Okay, let me try going back in again. Turn my hook, yarn over, pull through. Okay. All right, and so you'll just keep repeating that all the way around. You don't like the crab stitch, Jen? Yeah. This yarn, it's not as nice, I think, as the Feels Like Butter. And also I did it on the I Love This yarn. I think it looks really good in this yarn and in the Feels Like Butter. Okay. It does not like this hook and yarn size. Okay, and to the next one, pull it up, twist, yarn over and pull through. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to look fairly consistent. My yarn is splitting with this hook, I think. So even though you are supposed to do it backwards, you're going forwards. That's right. It just doesn't mess with the my brain. If you can do the regular crab stitch, do it. Maybe it looks better. I don't know. I think it's coming out okay. What do you think? Yeah, I think it is easier to do it this way, but that's just me. playing yarn chicken. Need to see if I have another skein. Ooh, yeah. What kind of yarn are you working with, Mariana? No, it's the imitation crab. Ah, but this yarn is being persnickety. Okay. You're kidding me right now. You like it done this way, Dawn? The rubber grip or silicone grip on my hook is sliding off. Red Heart Super Saver, the green tones. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm getting tired. All right, so you just keep doing that imitation crab all the way around. And then once you get back to the, or once you get around to that last chain, like the chain 2, essentially from the previous round of your brim, you'll do one final crab stitch, and then you'll just slip stitch to wherever it looks good. Honestly, I know that sounds kind of funny, but with my other two or with my other, yeah, the other 2 hats that I already finished, I just kind of put that final crab stitch in. Good night, Demetra. She says inspired to go to bed. I just want to make sure I'm not getting sloppy where it needs, it's going to be in the front. Okay, next stitch. Some of the stitches are easier than others, Cindy. I'm getting there. I think I'm more than halfway around. Yeah, I agree, Dawn. I mean, if I'm going to think about all the stitches involved in this hat, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, single crochets, half doubles, doubles, etc. The crab stitch is the hardest one. Good night, Jen. You have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. I'll be getting your prize off to you most likely tomorrow. And thanks for staying up so late. I know it's super late for many of you. For those of us on the West Coast, we are at 9:36. Oh, thank you. You spoke too soon. You know, if you can get into a rhythm with it, it helps that consistency. See, there goes that grip. I just need a new clover. Yeah, 1237. The grip part of the hook makes for a nice part. Yeah, exactly. Like if I was just using a metal handled hook, it might not be so good. Come on. Okay, we're going to pull out a couple and let's see. I'm getting to the end of this skein of yarn too. Oh, the nerve. Inspired to stay up until the end of the live. Oh, you guys are too kind. Grr. Ah. Try again. Okay. I'm trying not to give up. Don't give up, Mara. You can do it. But the getting snagged up is starting to drive me nuts. The yarn is being really splitty. All right, next. So overall, I mean, I'm just trying to get your general feedback. For those of you who have made divine hats before, what do you think of the changes? I mean, I worked really hard to come up with, you know, basically I was inspired by the divine hat, and just wanted to find something that was comparable and different, where it was less gapey, like less openings and things like that. So Dawn is in New York. All right. Well, thank you for staying up late. Okay. If you looked at the hat without knowing about the divine hat, would you realize it was inspired by the divine hat? Or without me having said? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Right. All right. I will share it once I get to the end of the round, which I'm almost there. Just a few more to go. Yay. This is my first time making it, but I know it won't be the last. Thank you so much. Ah, thank you. Yeah. And it's splitting, and it knows I'm close to the end. See that? The nerve of you. All right. Okay. All right. And so now I'm going to do one final one in the top of, basically in the top of that chain 2 stitch. And then I'm just going to kind of slip stitch right there. I'm not going to do a chain 1. Your hat looks more detailed and fuller with the design, which is what drew me in to make it. Oh, awesome, Dawn. Thank you so much for working on it with me. Where are my scissors? Okay, so we are going to cut that. All right, grab this. Okay, and then I want to try to have it have the same kind of a wrap look to it. And so I'm going to slide down like the back here. I'm just going to kind of tuck it in. So then generally it looks continuous. This will just be the back. Okay, and then I'll weave the end in the rest of the way. Just I'll weave it in a little bit more, but then I'm going to finish it up after. Okay, but yep, you'll weave in your ends. You know, I have to still go back and tighten this down and weave in that end. But then basically, here, let's. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to remove the banner, hide that banner, and I'm going to exit out of full screen mode. But anyway, that's basically what the hat looks like. That's the back of the hat. That's the front. Anyway, sorry about my camera. I'm going to switch back to my normal camera. Put me back in. Okay. All right. Let's move this out of my face. Okay. So yeah. So basically, let me put the hat on my head. We'll put this one on. I'm going to go. This one has a pretty wide brim. So on the hat that I made today, this tan colored one, put this on here, the brim is not quite as wide. I did one more row here, and so that is how it's turning out. This is how the one we're making is looking so far. I just need to add a few more rounds of the brim and then finish up with the crab stitch finish, and we'll call it done. I'm going to I already have the pattern kind of written, but I have to do the finishing touches of the pattern, and then I'm going to make it available somewhere. Maybe I'll put it up on Ravelry, but it'll be a free Ravelry download. I'm not going to charge for this particular hat. Okay, let me go to my email Do I have email open? I don't have email open. I'm going to open up email. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys like it. Thank you so much. All right, I have to switch to my Mindfully Crocheted email. It's pulling it up. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's the divine hat. Okay, I'm going to share this picture. Very nice, Dawn. Let me zoom in some more. Yeah, so you can see the real swirl in the divine hat. Oh, you did yours with the like a little bit of a brim change there. It's hard for me to tell, but that looks great. Did you do more than one row of single crochet before you started the brim? That's great, Dawn. Those are fun. I like it. It looks like maybe there are extra rows, or is that just me? No, maybe not. I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, probably not. That looks about right. Anyway, it is definitely one of my favorite hats to make. So nice job. Yeah, I probably have 10 divine hats, just none in this room right now. It's so funny. But anyway, great job. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that and that. Okay. All right. Well, was there anything else I was going to show? I think that is about it. Probably 2 hours and 48 minutes is enough to spend with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed that pattern, and I'm going to try to do a more condensed tutorial of it. You know, having a tutorial for a pattern in the middle of a live when there's other conversations going on and everything can kind of break it up. And so maybe I will try to make a more concise tutorial to show you the hat so that you guys can also work on it that way. But I really appreciate your feedback and your watching. Don't forget to go over to Mona's and say hello if you haven't already done so. And I will see you again sometime this week. If not, most likely next weekend. I'll be back with another weekend wind up, and we'll see you then. Take care, you guys, and be kind. Oh, wait a second. I was gonna play like a birthday song for somebody. Hold up. Let me play a couple songs real quick. All right. A birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes come true. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Suzanne. Thank you for adding it to a playlist so that you can check it out later. All right. Love to you all. Take care and be kind.